In this video, I will walk you through the process of creating groups within SureSMIS, and you do that by going into the address book, then selecting groups, and then you simply click here on New Group. So there are several different elements that you can assign to a brand new group, such as this one. The primary item we absolutely must determine naturally is the group's official designation, and we can then go ahead and refer to it as ball games. So you can choose a keyword for this particular group, and that keyword is just one single word that you can use, for example, when someone needs to sign up for the group. You can then send that keyword via text message. You can also use it when you need to send an email to the group, and in various other contexts and different situations. But where the group's name, of course, could actually be
playing ball.
2025 or ball games, for example. If it's 2025, then the keyword could simply be ball games.
You have the opportunity to create a description, and that description will appear here and on the overview. But also, if you use our system to manage registrations on your own website, we can provide you with a specific link that you can embed directly onto your site. This way, the description we've prepared will be displayed there, ensuring people know exactly what they are signing up for.
That's the way to do it.
So down here you have the opportunity to set a sender name, and this is specifically when you're sending out to this particular group. That specific dispatch can then have various different sender names, and you have the option to choose exactly which sender name you would like to have displayed every single time you send to the group. Now, I'm saying when we send to this specific group, it must come from the SMS service. If you can't find the sender name you're looking for here, then we have in the settings the sender names available down here. That's where we have the option to request a different sender name. So we have a feature called the double opt-in. This is used when someone signs up to join a particular list. For example, this could be through a form on your very own website. We then send an SMS message to them at the specific phone number they provided during registration. They must then activate that SMS message in order to be successfully added to the list. This is done to ensure that there are no internet bots or unscrupulous individuals signing up all sorts of different people to your lists. We'll take care of that. And then we have the option to deactivate incoming SMS for this group. And it's a feature where if you send an incoming SMS, then if you have a two-way solution like ours, you can send an SMS to our system, which then sends an SMS to an entire group, and you can disable that here.
And then there are two slightly special versions here, or two slightly special settings down here. And what that means is if you have made the decision, or perhaps you've chosen to place a link on your very own website that directs to our sign-up form, then you will have the distinct opportunity to specify a unique URL for a dedicated style sheet, allowing you to personally format and customize that registration form exactly as you wish.
And the same down here with the background image. You can insert a background image into the registration form. These are the specific settings that you'll need to apply. And then at the same time, if you'd like, you can easily add new group members to the group located right over here. So you can simply say, for example, we'll just go ahead and add Tiger Woods. He plays with a golf ball after all, so we'll just place him right here. Then we simply click on Save.
And then we came in here to play some ball games.
My description and a specific keyword, and as you can see, there's already one member. Now I'll just quickly click on the edit button once more to get back into it. And once I have successfully entered a keyword up here in this section, you'll notice that down below, right after the save button, there will be a few helpful explanations. And the very first explanation will tell you exactly what steps you can take to add and remove recipients from this particular group. So you can either, as I mentioned earlier, simply use this URL, which you can then embed directly onto your very own website. I'll just try clicking here on test the link, and then my registration form looks like this.
There are a number of different options available to modify the layout of this particular registration form.
And you can see that by clicking on the documentation here. I mean, you can add things like, do you want to include an address? Do you want to include the name? And so on. There's also an example of a CSS file, which is the style sheet that needs to be used if you want to change the appearance. And then there's the possibility that individuals who wish to be on the list can send an SMS message to this specific number here with the instruction, register for ball games or unregister for ball games. And this is precisely where the keyword truly comes into play, if I may say so myself. So you can set this up perhaps in the hallway, if it's a hosting association, or in the clubhouse or wherever. Yes, absolutely. It's the perfect one, and it's also the one that's worth the money. They can sign up this way, and you can set up this QR code. Just click copy here. Then you can put up a QR code. When someone scans it, they'll be added to the list. The second section, right below the save button, that's where we show how you can send text messages to this specific list, because there are also several other options available. Well, you can of course log into our system and then proceed to click on new message. From there, you'll go up and select the specific group you wish to address, then simply write your message and finally press send. However, you also have other convenient options available to you. You can send an SMS to this particular number here, starting with the text bold spill and then immediately followed by your personal message. That means that when we receive the SMS you've sent, we'll forward it to everyone on the list. That's what we had this for. So if it's not set, I mean, if you haven't deactivated it, then it will be possible to do it. That's a huge advantage in many situations. For example, if the coach isn't quite sure who's on the team. So instead of the coach having to keep a list, or if there happen to be two coaches, perhaps one who conducts training on Tuesdays and another who trains on Thursdays. To avoid them syncing their SMS lists on their personal phones, you'll create a list here, and you'll also be responsible for the payment. Otherwise, it will be your SureSMIS account that pays for sending the SMS messages, and not the individual coaches. Then you have the option to send an email. This makes your API key the username, followed by your API key here to sms.nu. For this to be possible, it's important that you go into integrations and click on API keys.
And in this section, you will then need to create a new SMS API key and give it a specific name.
And then click on save. So at this moment, I've got it all set up in that perfect TV kitchen style, but it is important that you have an API key for this to be possible. I'll just go back to groups and click on my ball game. So if you send an email to boldspill@boldspill.api and send your API key at SureSMIS.nu, it will be sent to this one, and then whatever is in the email will be sent to this group. That was a slightly longer explanation. I hope you followed along until the very last minute. Enjoy!